Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am here in the new year with the first long reading of the year, and it is not a prediction reading. This is a reading to tell you about the truth that you don't see. All right, so either this truth is coming to you or it already exists right under your nose, but you're not seeing it. You're not looking at it in that way. So this is going to give you a different perspective on things. Or this could be something that's coming in, which you don't expect, and it can take you by surprise. I don't know, I've left it as a general reading. I'm leaving it open, and we'll see what comes through. All right, and so that we can have maximum type of truths or whatever your situation is. I've taken 4 piles today, and before I introduce you to them, let me just quickly go over what we'll be covering here. I'll be pulling out 6 cards, and each of them will be a question, except the 6th one, which will be an advice card. We're going to first see what is the truth. Then we're going to look at in which area of your life is this pertaining to. Then we'll take out a card to say what more do you need to know about it. Then what do you need to do to move things forward. And 5th card would be what isn't helping you at this time. And then we'll take an advice card. After that, we'll take out oracle cards as well and see what comes through. If anything has to be clarified, then we will clarify it with more cards. All right, so we will take that as it comes. So now that I've given you a quick look at how things are going to be, let me introduce you to the piles. There are 4. Pile number 1 is the Light Seers Tarot, or this beautiful selenite palm stone. Pile 2 is the Unfolding Path Tarot and this green aventurine point. Pile 3 is the Ethereal Visions Tarot and the beautiful amethyst point. And pile 4 is the Tarot of the Golden Wheel with this beautiful rose quartz heart. All right. For those of you who are naturally intuitive and you already know which pile is calling to you, please go to the timestamps and choose your pile. And for those of you whom this quick meditation helps, just to center yourself before you choose a card in case you're getting confused, then let us begin. Sit with your spine erect, palms open, facing upward. Close your eyes and gently take in a deep breath. Hold. Focus between the center of your eyebrows. Connect with your intuition, knowing that it will not lead you astray. Breathe out gently, relaxing into your breath. Slowly open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. All right, and we'll be live shuffling all the cards. This is something I forgot to tell you, and I'll see you at your pile. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the selenite palm stone or the Light Seers Tarot, this is your reading, and the topic, as we know, is what truth don't you see coming? All right, what is it that you don't see? So we'll be live shuffling the cards and let's see what comes through. So how have you been? It's just been today when I'm recording this reading, it's the 4th of January, so it's just been 4 days into the new year. I guess optimism is on a high. Do let me know if you're called to, how you're feeling, any resolutions you've made. My shuffling is terrible. That's okay. Well, in case you've not seen my New Year reading, which is shorts format, but these days YouTube is giving me 3 minutes. So I was just talking about the basic themes of this year. So if the previous year you found things were slow, you had to work really hard to get where you need to be, this year is going to be really fast, because last year added to an 8, which was Saturn energy. Saturn is a taskmaster, makes you work and really hard without any shortcuts before you get what you want. But Mars is fast energy. Mars doesn't have patience like Aries and Scorpio, wants to get the work done. It's not that they don't work, but there's a lot of momentum. Mars energy is also, when you talk about, it's raw energy, and it's a whole lot of energy. So you need to channelize it, and to be able to channelize it correctly into whichever area it is that you want, this excess energy should be expended first. So it'll be worth your while to have 2 practices in your life. One is physical movement, actual exercise, and the other is meditation, because these 2 things will really balance you out. And meditation, especially for those who are ruled by the moon, which is all Cancerians, and also those people whose birthday adds to a, like if you're born on the 2nd or the 11th or the 20th or the 29th, this is again, especially the 29th, because there you have 9, which is Mars energy, and 2, which is moon energy. So there are going to be a lot of shifts during this time, but there's nothing that we cannot fix. To be able to go with the flow, all you need to do is to surrender. And the 2 magic things that you can do for this year, so that no matter what life throws at you, you'll be able to tide past it. One is exercise and the other is meditation. So, and meditation doesn't have to be in a certain way like the yogis do it. If you are a novice and you're just going to start, just sit quietly. If you can sit in nature, great. If you can't, just find some place in your home where you are the most comfortable, and just sit there for 10 minutes with your spine erect and just do nothing. Just sit and just watch anything in front of you. Don't try and control your thoughts. Don't try and banish any thought. Let it just come and go. Just don't get fixated. If you find you're fixated and you come to the realization, bring your mind back. That's all you need to do. You can start with 5 minutes, build it up to 10. If you feel that you can't go beyond 10, and 10 itself is a struggle, stick to 10 for as long as you have to, even the whole year maybe, but just do it every single day, and you will find things really improve. You will find you don't react to things anymore, but you respond to them. And I'm telling you this, I am the perfect example, because I have actually been working on this. And yes, there will be times where you still react, but you come back sooner, you check yourself sooner, and you change things around. And it is so liberating this year, because the energy is so strong of Mars. If you don't take care of your diet and your exercises, yes, as far as diet is concerned, also go easy on food, no rich foods during this time, because there is a chance of your blood pressure, blood sugar, and lifestyle diseases being on a high during this year, all right? So this is something to watch out for. Now, it doesn't have to happen to every single person, but this is the tendency. So why, knowing that there is a tendency, why should we, try and play with fire? So I should have said this in the introduction. Now I'll have to repeat it for all the 4 piles. But anyway, you needed to hear it, so I've told you. And now let's pull out cards for you, my dear pile number 1. With the selenite crystal as your choice, I feel that you have different versions of the truth running in your head. You've been looking at the same, whatever this issue is for which you've come to this reading, you've been looking at it from different angles, but you're not satisfied. You don't know what is the real truth, and you've been possibly mulling over this for quite some time, all right? So let's see. What is this truth that you do not see? In which area of your life is it? There are 2 cards wanting to come out here. What more do you need to know about this? What do you need to do to move ahead? What isn't serving you at this time. And last but not the least is your advice card on this situation. And bottom of the deck energy is the Two of Wands. So I feel that it's very important for you to make a decision, and this decision cannot be made without knowing the whole truth. All right. For example, if it's a relationship and you are deciding to, either accept a proposal or take a proposal to someone, but you're deciding, you don't know the truth. You don't know the truth of their feelings. This is one example. Or if it is a job that you want, or you're applying for some course of study, now you don't really know which university you should apply to, or which job, or you've got two lucrative jobs and you don't know which one to go to. Should you go to the one which is offering you more money, or should you go to the one which is more aligned with what you like to do? So they're different things, and you want to know some sort of truth, and we are going to find out what it is. And it could be something totally off, and not any of these examples that I gave, but you can apply it to your situation. So to begin with, what is this truth that you don't see? I love this, Magician. The biggest truth that you're not seeing, my dear pile number ones, is that you are extremely powerful at this time. You are the Magician. What does this mean? This means that the energy around you is such, and this is Aries energy, some people call it Aquarius energy, it doesn't matter. The very fact that you've got this Magician card is that you don't see how powerful you are. You don't see that you are a master manifester at this time. You have all the resources you need to make your dreams happen. All the resources are at hand, and also the power to make it happen. All right? Very, very powerful card. Your thoughts are very important. The words you speak are magic. All right? So pay attention to every single thought of yours. Focus. This is the time when you come into this energy wherein all the resources are with you, and you have this powerful energy of manifestation. The only thing that can weaken your manifestation is when your thoughts are scattered. So what is it that you want? First of all, what you want should be in your highest, for your highest good. It should also be something that doesn't harm people around you. When you find that you're aligned with the universe, which you are, which is why you have this magical power with you right now, now you cannot afford to scatter. Now suppose I've told you you are very powerful, and suddenly if your focus was always on having a career, or say something, you had this interest that you wanted to manifest A in your life. And now that you've come to this reading and I'm seeing you're the powerful manifester, and now you just, whatever you say and whatever you speak and whatever you manifest will come into your life, your first reaction will be, oh, then I can not just look at A, I can try and manifest A, B, C, and D. Don't do that. You scatter your energy, you scatter your focus. Not that you can't have it all, but first scatter on the thing which was your priority one. Once that comes to you, then go on to two. This energy is here to stay. This reading, whatever I do, definitely hold good for about 3 months. Not beyond that. Beyond that, you can always come back to the reading if it calls to you. Maybe you need to choose another pile when energy shift. That is your calling. But right now, you're very powerful. So whatever your priority number one was, focus on it. Put it out into the universe. Try and visualize it to, to as detailed as you can, to the finest detail that you can, but without control. Now you've seen this in great detail, and visualize it as though it's already yours, and then just leave this to the universe. All right? And every day work towards it little by little. You don't have to crush yourself in work and think of nothing but this. Have a beautiful balanced life. Enjoy everything. Stop to smell the roses as well. But that focus should be on that one goal and work towards it every day. On some days you may not feel like doing anything. Just take one small step. That's enough. But whatever you do every day, one small teeny weeny step in the same direction, and you will find that it just falls into your lap. That's how powerful you are. Keep your thoughts positive. Yes, thoughts are something which are not in your control. It's like saying that we'll only let these white clouds come into the sky. No, clouds will come in any shape, any form. They'll come and they'll go. But when I say keep your thoughts positive, when a thought comes which is not a positive one, don't fixate on it. The minute you realize that this is how you're thinking, let it go. Just say it's a thought that's come in and let it go. All right? Because it's not possible as human beings, especially after, we've had certain experiences in our life, and we've had good times and bad. And it's just a natural tendency, because we haven't told ourselves this, to start, in the name of realism, to start being pessimistic. It's all right. As long as you can recognize the thought and let it go, nothing is going to come in between you and your manifestation. So just keep doing your work, keep the focus there, and this is something that you don't see. Maybe you're feeling absolutely powerless. Oh, is this ever going to happen? Don't speak like that, because you are so very powerful. You can get whatever it is that you want, and no dream is too big. Just remember that, pile number 1. No dream is too big, but you should be able to see it in its totality. The clearer it is in your mind, the easier it is for the universe to give it to you. And the universe won't give it to you exactly the way you want it. They may make it even bigger and even better. But they want to be sure that you are sure of what you want before they give it to you. All right? So you need to have that in your mind. Now, in which area of your life are you going to be manifesting this? 4 of Wands in reverse and Tower in reverse. Ooh. Oh my God. So I have a feeling, pile number 1, that there has been a tower moment in your life. And it's got to do with a family situation, because when you talk about the 4 of Wands, it's about wedding, celebration, stability. Basically, 4 is the number of stability, and 4 of Wands is about reunions and celebrations and marriages. And you get this in reverse. Along with that, you get the Tower in reverse. Tower is about if something is not built on a firm foundation, it comes crashing down. All right, and this particular tower here has a lot of butterflies, so transformations. And you get both these cards in reverse. So what I feel is that you have the power to set right a relationship that is going through challenges. For some of you, the breakup has happened. For some of you, maybe you will be maybe in the brink of, separating. If it's a marriage, maybe you are talking to divorce lawyers. Maybe the situation could be different, but it is something. What does stability mean to you right now? And if there is a problem in that area of your life, which is what I see here very strongly, all right? If you feel that this doesn't resonate with you, then maybe this is not your pile. But this is very strongly something wherein you are having a rocky relationship, especially if it's a marriage or a long-term commitment, some stable partnership. This is coming to an end, or it has already come to an end, all right? But you have the power to make it okay. This is the very strong message. The truth that you don't see is that you have it in your power to set this right. And no matter what has rocked this boat, no matter what has brought this situation in your life, you have the power to make this okay. All right? Now, what matters is that first of all, you should be sure that you really want this. And then secondly, you should look at it from all angles. When you're talking about a partnership, a relationship, maybe a family even, you got to look at everyone's requirements, including yours, and work out a solution. And if you are proactive, and if you approach it with the right energy, you can make this okay. All right. So this is what you don't see. You may have given up hope. Now there's nothing can be done. The case has gone to the court, and now what can we do about it? You can still, if you want to salvage this, if it means something to you, you have the power to set it right. All right. What more do you need to know? Queen of Cups. What you need to know is that there's a lot of love in this connection from both sides. All right. And no matter whose fault it was, who began the argument, who escalated the argument, what caused this breakup, whether it was someone cheating, whether it was a one-time thing, whatever it is, if you want it, you can fix it, because there is love on both sides. You feel deeply for this person feels deeply for you. And if you actually had a family unit and you both are invested in it, especially if there are children involved, then you are both very committed. Now, in no way should you be manifesting a toxic relationship. But if you both have the right energy and there's a lot of love here, and you can actually work out your, your differences, you have the power to set it right. You do, pile number one. And if you were wondering whether you should go and apologize and set things straight, but they won't be interested, they are. All right. So this is what you also need to know. If this is the truth, you have the power to make things all right. Because if you're coming from the right place, they are game. So if this is the decision that you were supposed to make, and you don't know how they are feeling, and you feel that maybe you'll go to them and they'll snub you, first and foremost, if something is very important to you, you don't let your ego come in. Especially in a relationship situation. You don't let your ego come in. If you really feel for someone, let your vulnerable self be seen. If what is the worst that you can face? Rejection? Is that the end of the world? It's not. What is sad is the regret that will come later, that I should have tried. So if it's whatever your situation is, if you really feel it, please go ahead. There is love on the other side as well. All right. What do you need to do to move ahead? You need to know that the cycle is not over yet. So don't give up on it. If the world is upright, it means the cycle has come to an end successfully. So if it was a procedure, a divorce proceeding, not procedure. If it was a divorce proceeding, it's not come to an end. You're still in, you're still working on it. There's still hearing is still happening. All right. It's not over yet, so it can be salvaged. And what you need to know is that if you don't give up, it's not over. It's over only when you give up. So if this is important to you, move ahead and make that change without wasting time. All right? And what is not helping your situation? You get the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe your families are interfering in this. When I'm talking about your families is, your familial relationships and their familial relationships with their parents. Your parents, their parents, your siblings, their siblings. And they're saying that, no, if it hasn't worked, it's not going to work out. Don't be foolish. It's better that you both separate. What do you both want? Very important. So when you speak to them without any of these extra noises. All right? Do not come together just for the children, because if you're going to come together for the children and then keep fighting, it's not helping the children. So you need to come from a place. If there's a lot of love here, which I see, it's right in the center of your spread. There is a lot of love here between the two of you. Whatever the issue is, it can be sorted out. You have the power right now. It's not too late. Keep other people out of it. You don't need extra noise in this. No friends, no family, just the two of you. Go back to how it started, why you were in this in the first place. What all have you built? Look at the positives, look at the negatives. Try to work things out. Both parties, no matter what the reason for a divorce is, I always say it's 50-50. So stop the blame game and look for solutions. All right. And if you feel that it's not going to work, then whatever you're going to do, you will be able to resolve it amicably. But there's a lot of love here, and I feel this is not over, and you can salvage the situation. And this time, you will build it on firm foundation. Maybe in the past, when you began this union of yours, your family and friend had a lot of say in it. Now, just the two of you, you begin. And it's just you and your kids, if they're there, it's one unit. Everyone else is outside of it. And make sure that you may build it up that way. All right? It is not going to be easy, but it's not all that difficult. And if you see what's going to come at the end of it, after all this effort, it's going to be so beautiful. It's worth giving it a try. All right? What's the advice for you? Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords is someone who is closing their eyes to a situation. They don't want to take their emotions into consideration. The truth of Two of Swords is this person already knows what they want, but they're just not saying it. And with the Two of Swords in reverse, it's time for you to please get your emotions into the picture. Don't get so overwhelmed by it. Try and see things and feel from your heart and not just logic. Logic has brought ego into the situation. What your family and friends say is extremely logical. It's almost to the point of bargains. That's not how connections work. There should be love there, and there's lots of it with the Queen of Cups. And if there is love, you will work through it. Trust, communication, respect, and love. All right? These are four important pillars in a marriage. I feel in a marriage, in a relationship of any kind. There has to be respect, there has to be trust, there has to be proper communication from both sides, and there has to be love. And if you've got all of that, then there is nothing. And with you, when I call you the magician, I say you've got all the resources. Your heart is in the right place. Don't let other people cloud your judgment, which is why you've chosen this. Clear out the clutter. Let other people's opinion not cloud your decision. It's just you and your person. All right? So this is your main reading. I'm going to take out advice cards for you from other decks. But this is the truth that you don't see, that it's not too late. You can still salvage the situation. This wanted to come out. Okay, for this deck in reverse. Letter. Yes, you are meant to communicate. The number 27 or 9 could be significant. 9 again. You're at the brink of closing out the cycle, but it isn't over yet. So you can salvage the situation. Bottom deck energy, look at that. Ring. Yes, this is definitely not over. You can make things right. So don't give in to what other people are saying. Just move ahead and make that decision. Speak to your person. All right? Don't let ego come in. Egos are never more important than the relationship itself. And don't let other people come in either. It's between you and your person. Well, first of all, work on what you want. And then ask your person what they want. And then start working things out. There is a lot of love here. Surrender now. 39, 12 or 3 could be important. Once you manifest this and do your bit in doing the talking and everything, thereafter, after you've approached them and spoken to them and said your piece, thereafter, have the humility to wait and also understand that if they do not want what you want, that is also okay. It means then the cycle has to end. But right now, looking at the fact that you are the magician, I don't see it going to end here if that's not what you want. All right? But after you've done your bit, just have the humility of waiting and let the universe work its magic. And whatever's in your best interest, that's what's going to happen. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. The number 32 or 5 could be significant. Hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. That is exactly what I wanted to say and what I was saying, in fact. Let the universe guide you. Let spirit be your guide. Surrender. So you do your bit and you leave the rest. Everything is going to work out perfectly for you. It's meant for you. It will happen. All right? Oh, again. this deck was also upside down. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And I think it's about time. I think you're seeing it yourself, which is so beautiful, because that's what this reading is all about. All right? The truth that you don't see. Deep down inside, you know they love you. You know you love them. You know you want this to happen. It's the ego. It's the families. It's not worth it. It's your life. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Absolutely. So when you go and say what you have to, thereafter, when I say have the humility to wait, I mean patience. After you surrender, do your bit and then surrender it to the universe and let things, play out. All right? How can we not take out an advice card from the Moonology deck? Communication is key. What did I say? It is imperative for you to communicate with this person on your mind, your person, and that is the only way to move forward. And this communication is to happen without anybody else, just you and them. All right? And you speak your whole truth. No wearing masks, no getting your egos inside, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable with one another. Bottom deck energy, balance spirituality and practicality. If you've been logical all this while, now it's time for you to, bring your heart into it and take the higher road, be the bigger person. All right? Sometimes it really helps. All you need to do is just that. Now, these are angel answers. So you can, if you have a question on your mind, you can think about it right now. The angels will give you an answer. And let's see what that answer is. The situation will improve. Oh my God, look at that. I love this for you, pile number one. You can salvage this situation because you really want it, and so do they. So don't let external, the families outside or your egos come in the way. Communicate just between you and them. Communication. See, you've got letter here for communication. Communication is the key. There's a lot of love here. Ring. You want to be together. Be honest with one another. This situation is waiting to improve. So do what you have to and surrender. And things will work out the way. Compromise. Oh my God. This is just so beautiful. Compromise. Where is this? I can't see this. Okay, here it is. So this isn't coming in. We'll keep this here. Compromise. Just look at that. Just remember those 4 pillars that I've said. Respect, trust, communication, and love. All right? These 4 things are very important. Love is there. Communication can be strengthened without getting other people in the mix. Clear out the clutter. Respect one another. There's a lot of love here, but without trust and respect, things can't move forward. Even if you start, that's what the firm foundation. Last time it wasn't there. This time you can build it. There's a lot of love here. I don't think you should give up on it. You shouldn't be too heavy. If you're the one who's been aggressive and you're the one who's brought about whatever has happened, give them time. They'll come around. But you have to be honest with it, with yourself. Accept what went wrong, and be ready to share the burden. Maybe you'll have to take some more of it if you're the one who's caused whatever has happened. All right, and don't let ego come in when you're having the discussion. Well, that is all I have for you, beautiful pile number one. You're very powerful at this time. If you won them over the first time around, you're going to win them over again. And this time you're going to actually have a beautiful time together. There are a lot of relationship readings I've done, trying relationship, whether you should salvage it or not. And this one actually screams that it needs to be saved, and it can be saved, and both of you want it. then what is this all about, really? Okay? I am sending you so much love and light. I hope things can work out beautifully between the two of you, and your family unit is back together again. And if you call to, do let me know in the comments. But this is something which is so personal that it's fine if you don't want to talk about it. As long as it works out beautifully for you, that's all I want. Wishing you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You've chosen the Unfolding Path Tarot and this beautiful green aventurine point. This is heart-centric energy. So is this about a relationship? Is this about finding out about what's happening in this connection? I don't know. We'll take a look. All right. Let's see. So I hope you're doing well, pile number 2. And it's the 4th when I'm recording this, and I guess by the time I post it, it'll be the 5th or 6th latest. So it'll be between 4 to 6 days. And how is New Year treating you in this first week of the year? How has it gone? Has there been a lot of optimism which usually a new year brings, or are you carrying in some energy from the last year? Wonderful things will happen, you know. As I was telling pile 1, and since I didn't say it in the intro, I'll have to say it again to 3 and 4 as well. Last year was a Saturnian year because the numbers added to an 8, which is Saturn energy. So you had to work really hard to see results. All right. And sometimes you wouldn't see results because if you've taken shortcuts, cut corners, Saturn doesn't like that. A very disciplined planet. But when they give you at the end of it, they are the most magnanimous planet too. This year, however, is Mars energy. All right. You'll be closing out cycles. There could be endings. There's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of movement. You will be taking action. There's no dilly-dallying here anymore. And there's a lot of raw energy. So the 2 things that can help you during this entire year, no matter what your problems are, 1 is exercise. Make sure you take out time to actually indulge in proper physical activity, physical exercise, so that excess energy, which is available to each and every one of us, which if it's not channelized can lead to anything from self-destruction to getting into arguments, unnecessary arguments, because of this excess energy which needs to be spent. All right. And the second thing is meditation, especially for those of you who have Cancer anywhere in their chart, predominantly, especially in the top 3 and the moon position especially, as well as if your birthdays are 2, 11, 20th or 29th, especially 29th. Meditation is also very important. Meditation and exercise, these 2 things can actually see you through any of the challenges this year. It'll make, it'll help you to respond instead of reacting. So this was a very strong message that needed to be shared with you. Now, as I said, we'll be pulling out 6 cards to see what is this truth that you're not seeing, pile number 2. So let's begin. What is this truth that you're not seeing? In which area of your life is this? What more do you need to know about it? What do you need to do moving forward? What isn't serving you at this time? And last but not the least, advice. There you go. Bottom of the deck energy is the Star. I love this. So there's a lot of hope, whatever your situation is. There's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of healing here. And now let's take a look, because I'm getting curious. The truth that you don't see. 5 of Wands in reverse. 5 of Wands is conflict. So is this conflict with you and other people, or is this conflict between your head and your heart? Well, I feel that you have actually had a conflict with someone. This could be one person, or this could be a group of people. You versus family, you versus a friend group. Or this could be a conflict wherein there is a choice to be made and your heart wants to go in one direction, but the people in your life and your head want to go in another direction, and there is conflict, and you want to know the truth, which is the best way for me, or you want to know the truth as to why did this argument happen. All right, so let's see how this plays out. So this is what I feel. So if you don't resonate with it and you feel there's been no conflict in your life, everything is hunky-dory and what you wanted to know is something else, please choose another pile. This is conflict related, definitely. All right, now in which area, you can actually wait till you see this card as well, because this will tell you in which area in your life it is. All right, so in which area in your life is this playing out? And you get the Ace of Pentacles. So it's got to do with a work situation. Oh, okay. So work situation or study situation. So this conflict could be between your head and your heart. What truth you don't see, and you want to know is that which way to go in your career. Should you go stay the course wherever you are, or should you switch jobs? Should you do a 9-to-5 thing, or you want to be an entrepreneur? Should you follow your heart, your passion, or should you actually go, there's a huge pay packet? Should you stay here in your own country and study, or should you move abroad to another country which is lucrative and you want the experience? So this has got to do with something tangible. This could also be a proposal. Someone's proposed to you and you don't know the truth behind it. Should you, is this person the right one for me, or is that person the right one for me? So this is what this conflict is all about. And this is where you want to look at truth. Nothing seems to be really revealing itself right now. It's just telling you this is where the truth is. So let's see, what more do you need to know? Knight of Cups. Love. Didn't I tell you that with this? There is someone who's got their heart on their sleeves and they're offering you this cup of love. All right? And you want to know whether this person is right for you, and whether the cup is going to be followed with a pentacle, because you can have a lot of love, you can have a lot of passion, but if there is no solid commitment, something tangible, wherein yes, we are actually going to build something together, that this is not all about love and passion, but there is actually something to it. We are moving somewhere, we are going to settle down somewhere, we are going to get into a marriage. We do have to think about other things, practical things in life. So maybe you're wondering whether this person whom you find very charming, who's got their heart on their sleeves, maybe is this the right person for you? Maybe this is what you're wondering about, and you're seeking clarity here. And you're going to be finding clarity in this situation. What do you need to do moving forward? You get the 10 of Cups in reverse. What is this? Are you in a commitment elsewhere? Okay. Is this a third party situation, pile number 2? Are you committed, or is this person committed? With the 10 of, Cups here. I see a proper family with children, and I feel with all these reversals here, maybe this person's got their heart on their sleeves for you. And it doesn't matter what is depicted here. Gender could be anything, all right? We're not talking about that. You just apply it to your situation. But there is someone who's got a whole lot of love for you, but they are in a commitment and they have to let this go to come towards you. And they say that they will do it, but they are not really doing it. They haven't offered you anything tangible. And though your heart has fallen for this person, you also know that this isn't a great situation. So on one end, maybe you're feeling guilty. On the other end, you don't know whether you're being, they're just stringing you along. And you want to know the truth. Will they even come with something solid? What isn't serving you? Haha, lovers. Oh God. Okay. This looks like a higher order soulmate connection. There's this pull which you can't explain. And you want to put an end to this if they're not serious about it. And you're trying to, maybe for a lot of you, you've tried your best to get them out of your mind, but they don't go. And you keep wondering why, when you know that you have your whole life ahead of you and this person is taken and this person has not made an offer, why are you still stuck on them? And just thinking about them is not helping you. Take a decision, move forward, live your best life. Your advice, you get the Fool in reverse. I don't see a new beginning with this person. All right? I'm not saying that the love isn't genuine. There is a lot of love here. But I don't see this person leaving their family and coming. In a hurry, at least. With this advice here, this new beginning doesn't seem to be coming, pile number 2. I hate to disappoint you, but that's what I feel. That is what I feel. And deep down inside, you know it. You know that their love is genuine. You know that you feel very strongly for them. And you also know that they are a good person and they have this responsibility. So they are feeling bad walking away from here as well. And though this could be a higher order connection and a spiritual connection, doesn't matter. 3D reality is 3D reality. It's not so easy, especially if there are children involved. And in the movies, it's very convenient when you are with a partner and kids and you fall in love, suddenly they start depicting your own family, your wife as someone who's an absolute obnoxious person, so you don't feel guilty leaving them. But in reality, it's not like that. Maybe they're in a very happy connection. And yet these desires are there and neither do they understand it, nor do you. But they are also invested here. Or maybe this is you. And, this person also has a family or that person is single. Whichever way. And looking at the way things are right now, if you've come here to see whether it's going to happen, my readings are for 3 months from the time you look at it. And it's not happening in these 3 months at least. Now, in the future, what happens is something else. But with this Star card here, look at that. We have the Emperor in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse. No, there is no action coming. Empress is also in reverse. Look at that. And there's the Two of Cups here. Okay, see, I'm not denying this. There's a lot of love here. The Sun is reversed. The Empress is reversed. Everything is reversed except the Two of Cups in the center. It's not happening. There is a lot of love here. I will not deny that. There is a genuine love, all right? But with the Star card here, what you need to take from this is, you do you. Don't dim your light for anyone. Don't wait for anyone. If it is meant to work, it will happen. If it's not working right now, it's because you've not worked on yourself. Maybe you've got a lot to offer this world, and maybe this person coming into your life has triggered that. There in astrology, there are certain careers which take off once you have a partner in your life, all right? Basically, where Venus is concerned. So maybe this person came and triggered something in you, and now, and maybe, because of them, you have unlocked a creative skill which you always had but you've never explored beyond just basic hobby. And maybe this needs to be actually put out there. And maybe that's why this relationship came into your life, to help you align with your soul purpose. And once you do that, and once you are on your path, if it is still meant for you in this lifetime, they will come back. But right now, do not delude yourself into believing that they're going to come with an offer. It just doesn't look like they will. I'm sorry, pile number 2, if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I cannot make up things to make you happy, which will eventually make you sad, because there's no point in them stringing you along. And it'll make them miserable too. It will make you miserable. They are not ready to give up this commitment and come to you right now because they feel it's ethically wrong, it's morally wrong, and they are happily invested in this connection. So if, even if they met you and said they're not as happy there, they are. They seem to be happy enough. And it's probably they're not putting in effort there, which is why there may be clashes, because they're stuck on you right now. But with the way things are, this person has not made any solid step. They've not taken towards you. They just like your company. They like whatever it is you're texting or talking or whatever, but they're not willing to do anything beyond that. And that is because they were just meant to come and trigger you so that you put, you've got magic to offer the world. You may even be an international star in the times to come if you're not already. I feel you are not there yet. I feel that you need to work on this. And as you reach there and align with your life purpose, healing yourself fully, if this is meant to happen, it will work itself out. But don't put your life on hold. And the truth you do not see, or I feel for a lot of you out here, you see it. You just don't want to believe it. Is that this person isn't coming to you with an offer. Sometimes it's better to take the bitter pill so that you can move forward, rather than, just living in this vague idea that it's going to happen, and then nothing happens. And you just find that time has gone by and you haven't really done something with yourself. And then what happens? You start getting angry with yourself. So first and foremost, be very kind to yourself. This person genuinely loves you. You genuinely love this person. There is no saying no to that. But there is something here. And as I said, in the movies, they always make the other person so bad because the director has an idea. Okay, we want this couple to be good. So the only way that the audience will also accept it is we make this spouse of A or B terrible, someone who's toxic and everything. So then everyone is aligned with the fact that they've left them and gone here. But what happens when you have a perfect family and a happy family? And that's what happens here. That's what's happening here. So don't let them string you along. You have the right to have a great family yourself, if that's what you want, or at least live your best life, not waiting, not living a half life. No, that's not meant for you, pile number 2. Garden, number 20 could be significant. Yes, I feel there's a lot of fame and fortune waiting to happen when you align with your soul purpose. You are meant to be seen. There's a lot of prosperity coming in your life. There's a lot of stability coming in your life, all right? Wonderful things are waiting to happen. And this person was a catalyst for that. Bottom deck energy, mountain. There are some troubles right now. It feels overwhelming. You're in your head a lot, but just know that these are thoughts. And thoughts are just that, thoughts. If you pour in energy into them, they'll keep lingering there. If you just brush them aside, not very easy. They'll keep trying to come back, but that's it. After some time, you'll not bother looking at them because they're not serving you, and then they just die. Don't try hard to banish your thoughts, because the harder you try, the stronger they become. Allow them to come, recognize them. Don't sit with them for a long time. Engage in something else. The only way to banish a thought is to replace it with something else. So if you can align with your passion, let that come in. But remember, when you have whatever passion it is, Don't reach burnout. You are not trying to spite them by following your passion. They are your catalyst to heal yourself, whatever wounds you may have. Maybe of self-worth, maybe of seeing whether you can be a successful entrepreneur, whatever it is. I'm just saying. But they are here as a catalyst so that you may step up and live your best life. So that's what you need to work on. All right? And if it's meant for you, it will come. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Yes. So if there's forgiveness required for someone in your past or even this person, when you're ready, let them go. Forgive them. Knowing that they were a very important lesson in your life, because they are the ones who are going to align you to this wonderful life that's waiting for you. You are here to help a lot of people on this planet. It's something above and beyond just you, And when you realize that they are here to help you grow, you will forgive them. And till that happens naturally, don't push yourself to do it. You just work on healing yourself. All right? And bottom deck energy is failure. I understand that mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I would suggest that you don't take this relationship as a mistake, because it was not in your hand. It's a higher order soulmate connection. It had to happen, it happened. But it was here to learn a lesson. And you fail only when you don't learn the lesson. But you will learn the lesson, pile number 2. I believe you will. So you don't have to worry about anything like failure. You've just been given an opportunity to find your true calling. And that's beautiful. How many people live lives without knowing their true calling? Don't let your past hold you back. Absolutely. It's time for you to align now to your soul calling. Very, very be bold and make the first move. And this first move is not towards them, but the first move is away from them towards your soul purpose. And this is going to, this is going to really take you by surprise. You can't begin to imagine how this is going to be received and how important this is for you. You are not able to see that right now. But it's going to be beautiful. Look at that as I split the deck. Time to let go, groundhog spirit, and trust in the magic. Look at that. Beautiful. There are added messages for you. I was not called to do that in the last pile. So there is a message in that. It's time to let go. All right. So pile number 2, what do the animal spirit guides have to tell you? Dream the world into being. Absolutely. The number 11 could be significant. Dream your life into being. There is something that you need to share. Don't be fixated on this dream only. You know that you want this person. The universe knows it too. Now let it go. Work on this, your soul purpose. Work on healing yourself. When you're the best version of yourself, if this is meant to come back, it will. If it's in your highest interest, it will. If not, it would at least take you to that place when you're the best version of yourself, and maybe you will have a life which is even more brilliant. And if you just say that I don't want that brilliance, I want to just be here with this, you will, a few years from now, if this doesn't work out, you will be very frustrated. So don't do that to yourself. You owe it to yourself to live your best life. And it's not as though this person is sad in this connection. They're not. Take that from me. They're not. They're very happy there. Plus minuses happen in every relationship. Even if you come together, it's not that you're not going to have skirmishes. You will. So that's it. They're okay in that relationship. They're not going to leave it and come to you. And their love is sincere. They're not just using you. The love is sincere, but the love for them is also sincere. So they're not coming to you in a hurry. Definitely not. So you need to work on yourself, pile number 2. Look at that bottom deck energy. This has come again. Trust in the magic. Yes, you need to trust in the magic because it's here. All right, now last but not the least, we're going to take out one answer from the angels. So if you have any specific question on your mind, you can ask and the angels will give you an answer. Otherwise, I will just interpret it as I see it. All right. So what do the angels have to say? No. So in case you've asked about this person, is it going to work out in this lifetime? I said lifetime, but maybe in the next 3 months. And the answer is no. They were here to align you to your soul purpose. It's not to say it will not happen ever. Either much later in life or maybe in the next lifetime if you're meant to be, because the Lover's card is not a small card. It's a major arcana. It's a big card. But this is what I think you asked a question for which you've got to know as the answer. Bottom deck energy, choose a new direction. Absolutely. And when you choose a new direction, big happy changes. I'm not making this up. Pile number 2. You really need to align with your soul purpose, all right? This is not coming. Beautiful as it may be, cherish the memories you have with this person. Cherish the feeling of love. The very fact that you could feel that kind of love doesn't happen in everyone's life. That kind of love, which is depicted by a Lover's card, is something else. You felt it, you've known it, be grateful for it. And let that be fuel, not to self-destruct, but to align you. That is why it came into your life in the first place, to align you with your soul purpose. And you will be a beacon of light for so many people on this planet with whatever it is that you do. Trust in the magic and surrender. Sending you so much love and light. Take care of yourselves. Pile number 3, those of you who've chosen the Ethereal Visions Tarot or this beautiful amethyst point, this is your reading. Pile 3s. How have you been? How has this first week of the new year been treating you? Do you see any change from the previous year? Do you feel more positive, or you're still with some energies from the previous year? If you call to, do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. As I was telling pile 1 and 2, and as I will be telling the 4th pile, this, and if you've not seen my New Year message especially, this year adds to a 9. You may have heard it on other channels as well. 9 talks about Mars energy. So there's a lot of energy we all will be feeling, and this needs to be, it's excess energy, it's raw energy. It needs to be expended. Otherwise, we'll get into arguments, friction, So it's very imperative that we exercise. All right, so that keeps it in check. Along with that, meditation, very, very important during this year. So if you incorporate exercise and meditation into your life this year, you will find that you actually get by despite the challenges, whatever they may be. And you know that life is all about challenges and overcoming them, right? So this is one very important message for you. Also, I feel called, maybe because you are the amethyst pile. This is what I had spoken in my New Year message, which I didn't tell pile 1 and 2 because it just didn't occur to me. But maybe because you are the spiritual pile here. 9 is also the number of the Hermit card. So meditation will bring you a lot of answers. All right. So wherever you're stuck, instead of going to a tarot reading or asking an astrologer or, looking outside for answers, go within. This is a wonderful time to indulge in self-reflection, find your answers from within, and meditation definitely brings answers. Now, I've been so focused on talking to you, so I don't know whether I have cleansed the energy on the cards. All right. Have I told you everything I needed to? I think I have. So pile number 3, let's see what is it that you're looking for. For some of you, you may be looking for answers which are beyond the 3D, all right? Existential questions maybe. You're looking for answers. And I would be very happy if I can give you a few answers, the truth here, but the fact is that we are all seekers in that regard. So we'll find the answers together perhaps, or you are going to find this in your meditation. But let's see, let me not jump the gun. Let's see what comes through. Okay, so what is the truth that's coming to you which you don't see? In which area of your life is it pertaining to? What more do you need to know about this truth? You get 2 cards. Okay. What do you need to do moving forward? What is no longer serving you? And is this card broader than the others were? Okay. And last but not the least, an advice card for you. Okay. Bottom deck energy is the Queen of Swords in reverse. The minute I see the Queen of Swords, I think of boundaries, and in reverse, no boundaries. So that may be something you have been struggling with in the past. This could just be an added something that you needed to hear. We'll see how it all works out in your reading. All right, so let's begin. What is the truth that's going to show itself to you which you do not see? You get the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Oopsie. I don't know whether you'd really like to hear what I'm about to tell you, my dear pile number 3s, but what I feel is that there is something you're working on, and you feel you're working a lot on that particular thing, but you are not. Don't click off. Please don't click off. Hear me out. It's not that you're not pouring in energy, but there's more mental energy than there is practical energy in what you're doing. And with this amethyst card here, if your whatever work you do is related to, say, spirituality, maybe you're a tarot card reader yourself, or you're an astrologer, or you are into something related to the esoteric sciences, and you are really working on something, and you're really putting in a lot of energy, you're studying, maybe you're a content creator, you're putting out content out there, but you're not being practical. You're not getting tangible results. If this is what you're looking for, then there is something that you're not seeing as far as your practical work is concerned. You are doing things that make you happy, but you're not looking at it from a tangible point of view. If this is your aim, because this is the card that's come out, and you are not seeing things happen, then that is because you are not taking practical steps towards it. All right? And this is something you need to know. So I wish I could give you tips on it. I really don't have any, but you could always consult with somebody who does have tips on this. You could possibly do a course on how to monetize whatever it is that you're doing. So don't feel upset when I say you're not putting in effort. You may be putting in a lot of effort, but your effort is in areas that you're comfortable with, not in areas that are uncomfortable to you. So maybe when someone talks finances, it makes you uncomfortable. So till you work there on that, it's not going to happen. All right, so this is something you need to know. Also, I feel with the Queen of Swords in reverse, maybe, and the 9 of Cups also in reverse. Okay. Ooh, okay. What I feel is that you're working on something, and you do not know how to set boundaries, and you are not charging enough for your services because you feel uncomfortable, especially if the person across is someone known to you. Then you need to set boundaries. This is again something very difficult. Some people, that's okay. All right, if you're comfortable with who you are and this is who you are and you can't change, then this should not upset you. But if this is something that is very important to you for sustenance, then you need to change the way you think and it's not impossible. All right, now let's look at in which area of your life this is. The King of Cups in reverse. Wow. So for some of you, this could be as far as your love life is concerned. What is this? Okay. All right. So in this case, if this was not a work situation and this seems to be a love situation again, now we change whatever I have said to a love situation. And what does this mean? It means that you may be manifesting this person, thinking about this person, visualizing a life with this person, but not taking any practical steps. All right. Maybe in the past when this person was in your life, you had no boundaries with this person. This is the kind of person, the King of Cups. There's a lot of emotion here. They may not show those emotions, but they may have taken you by storm and there was a beautiful time and you had no boundaries and they walked all over it and then it didn't work out. This is what I feel. And you're still stuck on them, but no one is putting in any effort to move this forward. What more do you need to know about this connection or about the situation? The Tower, the Nine of Wands. Oh my Lord. There has been a split in this situation. Okay, so this is what I was getting now. There was this beautiful connection between the two of you. It may have been a whirlwind romance or it may have been slow build, but there was a lot. There were no boundaries. You merged into each other. 90% it was you, pile number 3, who had no boundaries, and you actually lost yourself of individuality with this person. And then maybe in doing so, this person took you for granted a lot and then they walked away. All right. And it's been something that's happened a long time ago. This huge Tower moment. And guess what? You're not giving up on it. You're still waiting. You're hoping they're coming back. You're manifesting them. Nobody is taking practical steps. Not them, not you. Ever since this breakup has happened, you've just been waiting. I'm so sorry to speak to you like this. This is not how I would like to come across to you, but you really need to see it. You've come here for the truth that you don't see. And the truth that you don't see is that you are standing up for something which does not serve you. There is nothing in this for you right now except your memories, except something that made you feel good, which is not a bad thing. Not very many people have that kind of love. You felt it, but now it's taking from you. And you cannot be in any situation if there is no self-love. And what you're doing right now is just letting me know that there is no self-love here at all. You've given everything of yourself to this person, which is why this person has come into your life to teach you that you have no self-love and that you need to work on it. I'm sending you a big, big hug, pile number 3. Some people are empaths. And why are they empaths? Because they've had difficult childhoods. All right? They're able to pick up on hurt people because they hurt themselves. And so they are magnets to people like that. And people come, they take their energy and they, in this whole thing of love, and then they walk away. And empaths don't get it. You can name it so many names, empath, narcissist. Let's drop all of that. All you need to know is that you're a wonderful person the way you are, and you don't need this person to show you how wonderful you are, to show you that you love yourself. The day you learn to love yourself, the best relationships are going to come for you. All right, so you are, and if this is the person that you want, maybe this person also turns up. But you need to work on yourself. And to begin with, you start with setting boundaries. And I'm going to make these 2 cards upright. Your wish fulfillment and a Queen of Swords. That you want a person like this, or maybe this very person, to be your wish fulfillment only when your boundaries are in place. Only when your boundaries are in place. You cannot allow a person to come into your life and totally obliterate what you stand for, who you are. That's not fair. The universe has created you as a complete entity and them as a complete entity. Why did you forget yourself in this relationship? And I'm not calling you out or finding faults with you or telling you. We've all been there, all right? We've all been there. That's how we learn boundaries. And if something doesn't happen this way, wherein it's actually devastating, we don't learn our lessons. And that's why someone like this comes along to teach us that lesson. All right? So, what do you need to do moving forward? Queen of Wands, absolutely. You become this person wherein you know your worth and you are not going to settle for anything less. This is Leo energy. Have you ever seen a Leo woman? And it doesn't matter what gender you are. I'm saying a Leo woman because Leo stand for that regal persona that they have. They're all royalty. Things should come to me. They are manifestors. All right. They know their worth. They know that they are worth everything that they want. And they are not going to beg you for attention. They are not going to beg you. They just own it. And this is the energy that you need to step into. I've just loved this for you. This is exactly what you need to do. All right. And with this, and if you are this intuitive pile, let me let you know that the Queen of Wands is extremely, extremely intuitive. And that's why this black cat is here. All right. And how will you do it? Give yourself self-love. It's not easy. If you've never done it before, it's not going to come overnight. First, you change your inner dialogue. Every time you mess up somewhere, when you're called to say something nasty to yourself, even if you've said it, take it back and replace it with something nice. All right? If you say, oh my God, I'm always so clumsy, I drop everything, say that, oh, I've been handling so many things, I dropped this by mistake. Anyway, let me calm down and pick this up, because even if I make a mistake, I'm the one who corrects for it. It's not as though I drop it and get someone else to do it. I'm doing it, I'm clearing it up, so that's okay. Empower yourself slowly in little ways. Start dressing up for yourself. Start doing things that make you happy, genuinely happy. All right? Spend money on yourself. Know that you're worth every penny. All right? Come into this energy. Beautiful, beautiful pile number 3. You've got beautiful hearts, beautiful soul. You need to know your worth. It's time. And you should actually say thank you to this person who's kept you hanging like this and brought in so much of pain, because if they didn't bring this pain, you would have actually forgotten yourself completely. When you become the Queen of Wands, and with this Queen of Swords being the underlying energy, wherein you, even the Queen of Wands knows her boundaries, but the Queen of Swords definitely, you can't, you may pull a fast one with the Queen of Wands, but you can't do that with the Queen of Swords, because she's got experience. She's not going to take nonsense from you. Not that the Queen of Wands would take nonsense if she recognizes it, because she's very intuitive. She should. But, she's also a very warm person. She may give in to a little bit of praise if there is, but not the Queen of Swords. She can be diplomatic, but she can actually cut you down to size and you won't know what happened. So embrace the energy of these two queens. This is what you need to do if you're seeing this reading. What isn't helping you? The Wheel of Fortune. You're hoping that the wheel will turn in your favor and this person is going to come back. It's not happening. The truth you need to know, pile number 3, and I'm saying it brutally, but with a lot of love for you. This person is not coming back. This is not happening. And if you're expecting the wheel to turn in your favor, in the coming 3 months, definitely no. And maybe every 3 months you come and check. If you've not done the work on yourself, if you're not come into this energy, they are not coming. Take that from me in writing. And if they come, it's going to be as bad, and this will be repeated. So work on yourself. And when you work on yourself, then there is a chance that they come, and maybe there's a chance that they come and you don't want them anymore. And there's a chance that someone else even better comes. So work on yourself. You are precious the way you are. And even if you are getting really triggered seeing this, maybe some of you have already clicked off, but if you're called back to this reading, or if you're still watching this reading, you are precious. It's difficult to see it that way, but you are. And if this reading is triggering you, then know that there is a lot of truth in this reading, and this is the truth you're looking for. And you need to hear it. Advice for you, 10 of Swords. Gosh. You have taken a lot of pain, and it's time for you to end the cycle. 10 is cycle closed. Finished. This is done. Done. And not to go back here. On to the next. And this next is going to be a beautiful, beautiful life for you. Alright, now let me take out more advice cards for you. Pile number 3, I am sending you so much of love, so much of strength. And I'm sure your way forward may initially look impossible, but it's not. Alright, it's not. So work on yourself slowly, baby steps. You're going to get there. And this person is going to regret it in some time, that, you know, what they did to you. Alright? And it's not to blame them. They have their own things. I'm sure they were equally triggered by you. Maybe they have the same issues. Alright? So let's not... It's not about them. This reading is not about them. It's about you. It's about the truth that you don't see. You've not seen your worth at all. Oh, that's really sad. The Tower. This tower is the tower that you're going to rebuild when you become the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And irrespective of gender, alright? Just because these are queens, it doesn't mean that this person who's brought all this is a male and you are female. It can be either ways, whichever way you are. It can be, gender is not important. Just take the messages and, you know, place it into your life situation as it's meant to. Lady. 29 or 11 could be significant. This is the Ace of Spades, which is the Ace of Swords. You can trust this reading. A woman was supposed to give you this truth. Maybe that is me. And maybe you don't like me anymore after this. But this is something that you had to know. And that's okay if you don't. If by absolutely disliking this video and not liking this message, if it can still give you direction in your life, I will be very happy. I will take on your dislike of this reading, this channel. Me as a reader, that's fine. I just want you to align with your best life. Pile number 3. And I mean it. I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it. Let's see. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra, and this is not going to be with this person, and this is not going to be now. This is going to be the first time you're going to have a cycle of romance with life itself. Alright? Because you're going to see yourself in new light. Right now, whoever comes in, you're going to repeat the same cycle till you work on yourself. When you come into this Queen energy, that is when you can actually look for someone outside yourself. Otherwise, you will be sabotaging. Confidence is the key to success, absolutely. And I'm keeping this confidence. I want to keep it next to the Queen of Wands, but it's okay. It's all right. There's no place there. Okay, this is very, very important. how you view yourself is very important. So work on your solar plexus chakra. Wear more yellows. I won't recommend too much red because this is a Mars year. As it is, the energy is going to be very strong. But maybe traces of red in your clothing. Yellows, yes, by all means you can wear yellows. Work on your solar plexus chakra, all right? You have these chakra healing tunes available free on YouTube. You can listen to them. Use affirmations. Know your worth. You are worthy, and you don't have to be a certain way, look a certain way. You know, when I say be Queen of Wands or Queen of Swords, it's the energy to embody that energy, to know that who you are today, in the state that you are, in whichever way that you are the Queen of Wands, you are the Queen of Swords. You embrace that energy. It's not to say that when I get a makeover, I'm going to be, no, right now. If you have a job, you don't have a job, you're earning, you're not earning, you're great to look at in your eyes, you're not great to look at in your eyes or in society's eyes, it does not matter. You are worthy. If you are here, you are worthy. Okay, so show yourself some grace. It doesn't matter what you look like by your society standards, what your parents have told you, what your friends have told you, what this person has told you. Nothing matters. You are here. The universe has found you worthy enough to be here. You're just as worthy as the next person, and you need to accept that, understand that wholeheartedly from within. Not easy, not impossible. So you will start that work. Every time you get a negative thought, replace it with a positive thought. Don't get angry with yourself for the negative thought, because that's all you've conditioned yourself to do. Give yourself time. Be so kind to yourself, like you would be to someone in distress who's come to you for help. How kind you're going to be with that person, that's how kind you're going to be with you. All right? Every step of the way. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is what you need to do. You're such a precious, precious person, pile number 3. All those of you who've chosen this pile, you don't see it. But everyone who comes in contact with you, they see it. Maybe this person got triggered by it because they see you as good and them as not good. And seeing yourself just given to them so wholeheartedly, it may have scared them away. Now, because I'm telling you this doesn't mean that you go back there and say, no, don't go back to them at all. You need to work on yourself, and they need to work on themselves separately. And it's not your concern right now. Spirit will show them the way. But right now, you need to work on yourself. This came in one of the last piles also. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. So don't blame yourself for things that didn't work out in this connection, all right? It's always a 50-50 if things didn't happen. And your only fault in that would be that you didn't see yourself. You didn't show yourself any kindness. All your love, all your kindness, all your effort, all was for that person. And that's okay. You're not a failure. Now you're going to work on yourself, and you're going to be this wonderful Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords, and you're going to own it like nobody else. Pile number 3. Be the spirit. Lay a solid foundation. Absolutely, that's what you're doing. One tower has come down. Now you're working on yourself, and that is the building, the basic foundation, laying a solid foundation by standing in your power. All right, and this is what you need to do, and you're finally doing it, and with a lot of love. The number 6 is about love. It's about Venus. Bottom deck energy, antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. Absolutely, I'm not surprised. This is Mars energy. Everything is speeding up during this time. All right, so you need to work on yourself. Last but not the least, we have angel answers. If you have a question on your mind, you may ask it. The angels are getting ready to give you an answer. So if you have no question, then I am going to be interpreting this message for you as it comes. All right. So what do the angels have to say? Look for a sign. So if there is a question that you've been looking for a sign, they're asking you to look for a sign. And the bottom deck energy is no. Oh. So if it was regarding this Relationship, is there some way? Give me a sign, and they're giving you a sign. No. All right, so move on from here now. It's time for you to really, really move on. When you look for help, you'll find help, pile number 3. But don't be fixated on this person anymore. If there's one person you need to look after at this time, it is you and only you. I'm sending you so much love, and a lot of magic so that you can work on yourself, lay that beautiful foundation as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And when you come into this power, the wheel will turn in your favor and it will help you live your best life. And then when romance comes, it will be here to stay. So right now, just think about yourself, all right? And get practical. Now, if you are someone who's actually also working and the work is also not showing any progress, it's because you are a very kind, sweet soul and you are so wonderful a person with a lot of heart and but not practical. Do you get it? So you need to work on that side as well. I wish I could give you a hug. I'm sending you a virtual hug anyway. All right, sending you so much love and light. Take good care of yourself and speak so kindly and positively to yourself. Bye bye. Pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen the Tarot of the Golden Wheel and this beautiful rose quartz heart. I feel that a lot of you come into this reading, this pile, are those who are patient, who actually are the kind who stop to smell the roses, as cliched as that sounds. But you're not in a rush to do anything. And maybe a lot of you worked on yourself and you were not always like this. I mean, you did have a soft heart, but maybe you did chase after things. But now you're in this beautiful energy of patience, of love, of... I don't see going with the flow as much, but I just feel that you're willing to wait. That itself is such a beautiful thing, You understand divine order, you understand divine timing, and sometimes you do get upset and you want to know. But generally, you are not aggressive about it. And that's what I get from you. The beautiful part of this reading, I haven't shared it with the other piles. I'm telling you because now I am actually called to tell you this because we've finished 3 readings already and yours is the last pile. The thing is that I was asking Spirit, this is the first reading of the year, the first long reading of the year. So let me do a love reading. And I've been asking Spirit to do a love reading for quite some time. And Spirit just says no. Every time they give me another topic. So this time I said, we are starting the year. Let's start it with love. So we'll do a love reading. And Spirit was like, no. And I really tried, maybe, will they reach out in 2025 or so. The thing between Spirit and me is that if someone asks for a reading, I'll do it. If there's no one asking for a reading, then they are not letting me do a love reading. So this was, they insist on the fact that I should do this reading, which says that the truth you do not see coming. And guess what? Piles 1, 2, and 3 have all been love and relationship reading. And I was just laughing when the 3rd pile I opened, and that also was a love reading, and I was like, I was asking to do one and they said no, and now 3 readings have been the same, and now yours is a rose quartz. So let's see whether yours also turns out to be a love reading, considering that rose quartz is the crystal of love, all right, or heart-centered. Let's see. Pile number 4. It would be a week, maybe less, since we've come into the new year. So how is this new year treating you? Has it been positive this far? Do you feel that usually the new year, at least the first week, everyone feels, you get this feeling of something being new and pristine and everything is going to work out fine. Some of us, if you're going through a heavy energy in the previous year, you might find yourselves feeling lighter, and for some of you, you may not be feeling. But you will feel a lot better now as you progress forward. And as I told the other piles now, if you haven't seen my introduction, my New Year message, that is, which was in shorts format, which was nearly 3 minutes video. If you go back to it, great. If you don't, well, one of the main messages there was this, that this year is a number 9 year, so it's Mars energy. Last year was Saturn. Last year you had to really work to get to some place that you wanted to. You had to really work hard for results. And this is different from that. This is a whole lot of energy, raw energy. And raw energy will help you take action. But this action, it's lack of patience, wanting to take action even before thinking. You just want to do it. Think Aries, think Scorpio, especially Aries. All right. And there is so much of excess energy in every individual that if you do not take out the time to expend some of that energy, clashes are likely to happen, skirmishes, arguments for no reason. All right. And sometimes it could be self-destructive. Sometimes it just destroys the peace of the people around you. So what are you supposed to do? 2 things. Number 1, physical exercise is mandatory. And number 2, meditation. These 2 things will keep you in balance. And meditation, especially for those who are ruled by the moon, Cancer is the sun, moon, rising, or if you are a 2, 11, 20 or 29 born person. All right. So these 2 things are extremely, extremely important for all of you. And if you do it, you'll find that no matter how challenging you find a situation, you will be able to tide past it. Basically, when you sit down and meditate, even if you don't do it in the way the yogis do it, sitting in Padmasana, just sit on a chair, sit in the garden, sit anywhere quietly for 10 minutes every day. Start with 5 if you've never done it before, and let thoughts come and go. Don't try and chase them out of your head. Just when you realize you're fixating on a thought, just loosen the grip on it, let it go. But don't condemn yourself. And if you've just sat in meditation trying to focus on the center of your forehead, and if you're getting all kinds of funny images, does not matter. Let it come, let it go. You can't choose the kind of clouds you want to see in the sky. They just come and go at will. So that's the same way with your thoughts. Let them come and let them go. Don't try and control them. I am telling you from my own experience that you may not feel it's doing much for you. It's not that you're going to get enlightenment, but you will learn to respond. You will learn to not react. Not that it's 100% thing, because it depends on how much you meditate and how intense your meditation has been. But I'm telling you that whatever I have done, I usually do guided meditation. It has really, really helped me. And that is saying something. I'm an Aries moon. All right. So this is something that's highly recommended, especially during this year. Now, having said that, let me get into your reading. We're going to pull out 6 cards. So if you've seen the intro, you know what that is. If you haven't, anyway, I will be calling it out when I place the cards. All right. Now, when I start talking, I don't even know what all I've done. Have I cut the deck? The first card is, what is this truth that you do not see? And which area of your life is this pertaining to? What more do you need to know about it? What can you do moving forward? What is not serving you at this time? And last but not the least is an advice card. Bottom of the deck energy is the King of Wands. Ooh, nice. Possible you have a vision of some sort. See, when I get a card, I will give you all the messages because you don't know which one's going to resonate with you. Not all may resonate. But right now, without looking at any of the other cards, with the King of Wands, I just feel some of you have a vision. To build something which is huge. Okay, this is something that your heart calls out to. For some of you, you're meant to create this something with your counterpart. All right, with this red thread here tied to the wand of the king, I feel that when the king and the queen are together, irrespective of gender, that's when this vision will actually take shape. But right now, there are a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. So what is the truth that you do not see? The Empress in reverse. Wow. Okay. I need to take out some more before I tell you anything about it, because this, if you are this Empress, irrespective of gender, you do not see yourself as being powerful. All right? The Empress is the epitome of manifestation, of fertility, of abundance, of everything that's beautiful. She is the Queen of Queens. All right? She just has to think about something that she wants and it just falls into her lap. She's, whether it's ideas or whether it is actually having children or whether it's having a lot of abundance as far as wealth is concerned, she's so fertile. She never runs out of ideas. You know, this is beautiful energy. And you don't see yourself in this energy at all at this time. And the truth that you need to know at this time is that you are this Empress, irrespective of gender again. But you don't see this truth. And that is why this is in reverse. There is some blockage here. And as of now, what I feel is that you are the only blockage. The way you think is the blockage. Now, did someone else trigger it? We will find out as we move forward. So in which area of your life do you feel that you are powerless? You get Temperance in reverse. Temperance is all about balance. It's alchemy. All right? You have a water, do you call it a jug? And here, this is all fire. And balancing the two. This is Sagittarius energy. This was Taurus and Libra energy. And this is Leo, Sag, and Aries energy. So, a lot of fire energy in your reading and a bit of air and earth. You want to create something. This is what I said. There is a vision that you have, all right? And maybe it is to happen with a counterpart. You see yourself as powerless. And this is what is blocking your vision. You're out of balance, pile number 4. You're out of balance. With this Temperance in reverse, on one side, you are impatient. You are out of balance. You want this to happen, but you see yourself as powerless. You don't know how to create magic. And then you keep telling yourself, on one side, when you feel powerful, you feel that, yes, this is something I really, really want to do. And then you feel that I don't have the resources. I don't have the power. How is this going to happen? I'm running out of time. You're not running out of time. You're exactly where you're meant to be. What more do you need to know? 6 of Wheels, 6 of Pentacles. Balance is the key. What you put in, you will get. But there is divine order at play with this temperance. And just because you are not seeing results and you feel it should happen in a certain way, it's like this. This was a beautiful example given by Sadhguru, whom I follow, about meditation, that people meditate and they say, I've been meditating for years, but nothing is happening and I don't see all those things that you say happen. And then he gave a very great example. It says that, if you want to make a pot of whatever you want to make, say a pot of rice, you put it on your stove, you light the fire, and then you say, oh, I have to go out for a few minutes, and then you switch it off and you go out, come back after an hour, and then you turn it on again, and then the phone rings and you say, if I leave it on, I'll forget about it. So you switch it off and you go and attend the phone call, and then you come back and you switch it on again. Now you've started making rice at say 9 in the morning, and all this has made it come to 1 o'clock in the afternoon when everyone's come to eat food and your rice is not ready. And then you blame the rice. I don't know what's with the rice. I started making it at 9 o'clock, but it's still not ready. That is what we do. We switch it on, we switch it off. And I love this analogy because it really hit home, because that's what I do. I have serious issues with consistency. If I'm given a time frame, if you do it for 6 months, it's going to work, I will do it. But if I don't see anything happening in 6 months, I can't sustain. And this is, I feel sometimes that this is my life lesson, perhaps, to just be self-disciplined without a date, just make it a way of life. So in your case, I feel the same thing. You have a vision and it's beautiful. And maybe you need a counterpart to finish it for the final, fruition of this thing to come about. But at least put in your effort. You have been putting in effort, and then you've been saying, I don't think I can do it. I'm not able to do it. I've been putting in effort and it's not happening. Then you give up on it. Then you put in more effort. Now you have been putting in effort. No one's taking that away from you, but it isn't consistent. Every time you come into this energy where you feel powerless, the effort stops. All right? But what you put in, you will definitely receive. But you will receive when the time is right, when you come into balance. When you come into balance and you own your Empress energy, your vision will also happen. So what do you need to do moving forward? Wheel of Fortune. The wheel will definitely turn in your favor if you put in the work and don't stop it in between. Don't chase after the outcome. You do what you have to do, and don't worry about the time. Don't worry about this person coming in. Don't worry about anything. You just do your bit. And the truth that you don't see coming is that you have the power to, set the ball rolling, set the ball in motion for this beautiful vision to come alive. You don't have to think about step 5 or step 6 when you haven't done step 1 and 2. And if you're getting upset about it, saying that, of course I have. Well, you have done step 1, you've done step 2, then you've stopped, so you got to start again, and you start from step 1, step 2, then you stop, you go back again. So it's not that you've not been putting effort, but you're doing the same thing over and over and not seeing it through. So change the way you talk about it, change the way you think about yourself and your power, start owning it, all right? And believe in what you're doing. There is a beautiful vision you have. And you are the only one who can get it moving, and you've got Mars energy with you. So if you feel your thinking is muddled, you're not seeing clearly, go out for a walk, go out for a jog, physical activity, meditation. It will help you come into balance. When you come into balance, everything will come out clearly in front of you, and you'll be able to work consistently. Maybe for a lot of you, we've been doing this for so long, and I said in the beginning, this is very heart-centered energy. You're wonderful people, all right? And now maybe you've gone to a lot of tarot readings and you've, said that, all right, it'll come to me when it has to, so I'm just letting it go. You've got to put in effort as well in the direction that you want. If you say, I have a vision and I'm going to do nothing about it because nothing has happened, it's not going to happen. You have to work smart, work consistently. and have the same enthusiasm that you had when you started it, and not worry about the outcome. It will happen. The wheel is turning in your favor. Do not give up the work, and please come into balance. As I told you, this year especially, Mars year, things will move ahead. But yes, I think right now Mars is in retrograde, but things will move ahead and it'll be very beautiful. So right now is a time for you to work on things behind the scenes. Put in your effort there, all right? And from a place of empowerment. And things will work out beautifully for you. What is it that's not working? Six of Wands, absolutely in reverse. What is not working for you is you're desiring the success. You are so focused on the outcome that you're not letting that outcome happen. Six of Wands upright is victory. Six of Wands in reverse is you not finding it there. You're not finding it there because your work is with that outcome in mind. And you want to see immediate results, and that's not happening. Maybe the final result will happen when you come into union. Maybe, may not be. I don't know. I've not seen the Queen anywhere. But maybe that's how it's going to happen, because this King definitely has this red thread of fate here. But that's not time for it yet, for the Queen to come in. What you need to do is put in your effort. Come into this energy of the Empress. You are standing in your power. And then you put in your consistent effort towards this vision that you have, which only you have. It's your vision, and you work on it with this, faith in yourself, with this knowing that I can do this, I am powerful, and come into balance. Meditation will help, physical exercise will help in this year. And when you think straight, when you think clear, you're able to work consistently. You don't have to kill yourself working and not look at everything else in life. No, as I said in the beginning, you are those people who will stop to smell the roses. That's beautiful. Balance is the key for you to move forward. And when you do, the wheel will turn in your favor. Stop fixating on the outcome. Advice for you, Knight of Wands in reverse. Advice for you is, don't be in this Knight of Wands energy. Look at the bottom of the deck. You're the king. Knight of Wands comes with great ideas, enthusiasm, rushes in, and then loses steam, goes out. This is very good energy to start something. But if you want to sustain something, and if you have a vision, this is the energy to embody. The King of Wands does not give up. The King of Wands has a vision. It's very heart-centric. It's very passionate. They follow their heart, and they are very generous of spirit, and they have what it takes to move forward, to reach where they have to. No giving up. Be disciplined. All right? The truth that you do not see is that you have the power to make your vision come true. So don't expect someone else to come and do it for you. No one's coming and giving it to you on a platter. But the best thing is you don't need it. You have it all. Have faith in yourself, have faith in the universe, and work smart, consistently. All right? Very, very important. Now let's take out more advice cards for you. Wonderful pile number 4. Yes, I knew I had to check. Look at that. This is what I said. A lot of energy everywhere, but you need to channelize it, okay? Dolphin spirit, this and that are true. The number 20 could be significant. There are many ways you can approach something. So if you feel, instead of you waiting for this, now that you've heard me say that maybe when you get together with your counterpart, no, this and that are true. You can start it this way, or you can start it that way. Right now, you have the resources. You have a vision. This is your vision. You have to make it happen. So don't think about what somebody else has to do. Think of what you have to do. All right, this and that are true. There are many ways of looking at a situation. Bottom of the deck energy, embrace the in-between. And that's what you're going through right now. The number 26 or 8 could be significant. Right now, before this wheel turns, whatever is happening is you're in between. You're putting in the effort, you're not seeing the results, but don't give up. Now that you've come to this reading, if you're seeing this, don't give up. What you put in, you will receive. Maybe you'll receive even more. But you have to come into balance first and put in consistent effort. All right, pile number 4. You don't feel empowered because you're not in balance. That's the truth. And it is in every area of your life. It's just, touching every area of your life. This energy, because you don't see it happening, you're carrying it into every area of your life. Birds, number 12 or 3 could be significant. You are getting an important message. With this birds looking like, birds in a relationship. Maybe your counterpart is also on the way, but don't wait for them. You do what you have to do. Yes, look at that. I was not just making that up. 24/6. Heart. There is love coming in. And when it comes, maybe, the final thing will happen. But right now, you need to do the heavy lifting. All right, pile 4. I've also been very consistent during this entire reading. I've never done such bad shuffling before. Hold your vision. Oh my God, I love you, Spirit. I don't know how this happens. I said you have a vision. Look at what's come out here. Hold your vision. I'm not making this up. This is beautiful. God, I'm getting goosebumps. This is beautiful, beautiful energy, pile number 4. You're meant to do this. Don't give up on it. Look at the bigger picture. Absolutely, absolutely. I wish you could feel what I'm feeling right now. Such wonderful energy. Seriously, such wonderful energy. You've got a wonderful vision, all right? Don't talk yourself out of it. Please don't self-sabotage. Pile 4. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life, and this is possibly the recipe to come back into balance, because you're not doing this right now. And you need to. You'll get your answers. Don't be fixated on the outcome. Everything is just how it should be. You're in this in-between phase, but it's beautiful. Judgment, bottom deck energy. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yes, and you have your own as well. All right? So just keep doing you. Come into balance. Number 1 thing that you need to do is to come into balance. And how would you do that? In this year, because it's a Mars year, meditation, as I said, and that'll help you connect with your intuition, and physical exercise. Do this and keep working consistently without fixating on the outcome, okay? And make those decisions, even though you don't know what the final outcome is going to be. Follow your heart, you know it. And first of all, empower yourself by coming into balance. Then you'll stop questioning everything that you do. You have a great vision, and this is confirmed by Spirit. Hold your vision. Don't let anyone talk you out of it. Don't let you have a certain idea that success will come at this time and it should look like this. No, that's not for you to decide. You can just have a vision and work on it. Yes, you have some idea, but you leave it to the universe. If the universe wants to give you 10 times more than what you want, You can't stop it from happening. If you say, no, I just don't want 10 times the amount I want, I just want that little amount that I want, then it's going to say, then don't take anything at all. Just let the universe decide what it wants to give you. You work on that vision. This vision is going to help a lot of people, perhaps. Because when you talk about a vision, it's not just about yourself. It's about something that's going to benefit the whole world, or at least a larger community, something beyond yourself. This is beautiful, pile number 4. It's beautiful. Please don't talk yourself out of it. Now, if you have any specific question on your mind, the angels are getting ready to give you an answer. And if you do not have any question, then I'll interpret it as I see it, all right? So, what do the angels have to say? A year from now. So if you can start the work, consistent work on your vision, in a year from now, possibly you will meet that soulmate, and that is when you will finally see this whole thing working out. A year from now, all right? And that's not too far away. You need to put in consistent effort, working from a place of balance, place of empowerment, and it's going to work out beautifully. And somewhere along this year, you're going to meet this person, and this person will join hands with you, and that's when this wheel is going to turn. But right now, you do what you have to do, pile number 4. Bottom deck energy, forgiveness. So is there something you're holding on to, a grudge you're holding on to? If there is, then maybe some of your energy is going here. And this is something that you need to work on. First of all, work on forgiving yourself, then work on forgiving whoever you're holding a grudge against. If holding on to resentment would liberate you, it was good. Hold on to the resentment, but it can never liberate you. It can never liberate anyone. So let it go. It's futile. And do it when you're ready for it, but it's only when you do it that you'll actually be able to move forward. And I think you've done a lot of work on this. And maybe you've forgiven all the people involved, but the only person you're not forgiving is yourself. With this, that's what I feel. You've learned how to forgive everyone in the past, but you've not learned to forgive yourselves. Be very kind, very gentle with yourself. And even if you've had failures or you've had these many false starts, it's okay. Your vision is beautiful. You are very powerful. You need to see it. Come into balance. Forgive yourself. Be very kind to yourself. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Big things don't happen overnight. And you've got a very big vision. And a year from now, things will fall into place. But even before that, you're going to see changes as far as in all areas of your life, including your relationship. And this is going to be really, really beautiful. What a lovely reading. You've given me goosebumps, So if you're going through a difficult time in your head, exercise, meditate. This will clear your brain fog and it will put you back on this path. You're beautiful people, very kind-hearted people, soft-hearted people. We need more of you. So just stay on track, all right? And don't talk yourself out of something so beautiful. This whole world is going to benefit from whatever it is that you're going to do. I am sending you so much love and light. It was an honor to read for you. A wonderful, wonderful pile number 4. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.